When I filmed my video called Never Doing It Again, I meant every word in the video. I think that there is a major portion that thinks Jeffree Star is going to come for James. I could have handled things privately, and that is something that I'm working on. I don't want to be involved in anyone's situations anymore. I inserted myself into something publicly that I shouldn't have. I owe an apology to my audience for bringing something public and for inserting myself in someone else's beef, drama, situation, whatever you want to call it. I should have kept my mouth shut. I should have handled it way differently. I will never handle a situation like this again. Today, this is done. It's over. I'm not talking about this anymore.
I'm not talking about this anymore. I'm not talking about this anymore.
One thing, real quick. Is James Charles a danger to society? Is he a predator?
Keem.
Listen.
That was a long pause.
It's a very complicated question. The truth is that someone, and right now I legally can't say who, told us a few things. And we trusted that person's opinion. And then another person said some things that was friends with that man. And it really convinced us that he was a predator. Keem, you have to remember that everyone unfollowed James. Not just about my tweet. You think half of those celebrities, Kylie, all those people unfollowed him.
You do have a testimony from an alleged victim in your possession. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he does. That's what he said.
Right.
But listen, Jeffree,
Call
look,
my lawyer.
I'm telling you.
And everyone thinks this is tea and views and money. Not you guys specifically, but people out there do. And they really use this stuff, and it's really gross. And I think that James has dealt with enough mental abuse, and I don't know what the future holds.
Jeffree Star is back and ready to say the same exact shit he said last fucking year.
Because you know I'm the first person to apologize and own up to my mistakes.
Is that why you waited weeks after both Shane and Tati released their apology videos?
It's a very complicated question.
A complicated question indeed when you consider that this current apology sounds very familiar.
Today, there are no excuses. I would like to personally apologize to James Charles for the words that I've said and for my actions. If I was really close with someone, I should have had the ability to just simply call them and ask and say, hey, these were the things that were being said to me. Instead, I didn't. What I should have done is vented all my feelings to James. I didn't do that. I should have been mature enough to say, hey, I love and care about you. I've heard X, Y, and Z about you. I've seen some things I didn't like. Here's my feelings. But guess what? I didn't. And that was my first mistake.
A mistake you made again a year later, Jeffree. You acknowledge what you do wrong, but you don't bother to change your behavior. This is the exact reason people have a hard time trusting you. Ever heard of the saying, actions speak louder than words? Your actions have been the exact opposite of your words. So how do you expect people to trust you when you repeat the same behavior again and again?
I let people really gas me up, get me going behind the scenes.
I let people really gas me up, get me going behind the scenes.
This is another thing I don't understand. At the beginning of this video, he says he doesn't have any excuses and that he'll be fully taking responsibility for his actions. But then he lays blame on people who were gassing him up and getting him going, which sounds a lot like Tati placing blame on you and Shane.
So James, I am truly sorry for my actions and my behavior. I'm not going to end anyone today. I've never blackmailed anyone in my life.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
Dirt on everyone, and they know to keep their mouths shut.
I've never blackmailed anyone in my life.
I've never committed a crime before, and I've never been to jail.
Has it gotten to that point yet? Besides
I've been in jail 3 times for assault.
I think it's been very important to stay off of social media. I haven't been on in weeks. I haven't read anything, I haven't clicked a video, I haven't seen anything.
5 minutes later.
Now, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who has been supporting me, DMing me, messaging me, and just showing so much love.
The thing about Jeffree is he lies about things that shouldn't matter. And because of this, I think it's conclusive to say that he's a pathological liar. He's lied about drinking, he lied about who his mother was. Why would he lie about things that don't truly matter? I mean, drinking alcohol isn't a sin, it's a normal adult thing to do. As for his mother, why couldn't he just say he had a bad relationship with her and is closer to his aunt than saying his aunt was his mother? Unless, of course, he was a pathological liar.
It's been a very crazy year, and I think that James and myself and anyone involved would agree with me that there are way bigger issues happening on this planet.
Wrongfully accusing someone of sexual predation is a big issue, not on a planetary scale, but on a personal scale. This is not drama or tea, these are serious accusations of a crime that can ruin someone's life.
Now, Breonna Taylor still has no justice. Black trans women are being murdered every day and the news is silent. Elijah McClain has no justice, and the countless other people who are murdered every single day while everyone just goes about their business like nothing's happening.
Need I remind you, Jeffree, that you made this post and this post alone. You didn't provide any links. You didn't talk about what was going on. You just regurgitated what you saw other people doing and never added your own opinions or thoughts on the subject. You were also going about like nothing was happening. After this one rather meaningless post, you went straight back to normal as if nothing had ever happened.
Alright, now, no matter what narrative anyone tries to spin of me, I am so fucking proud to own an inclusive makeup company.
Is that why you got Nikita Dragon, a Vietnamese Mexican, to advertise your darker shades? This is clearly blackface. Why do you use light-skinned models and change your skin tone instead of just using someone who is that skin tone? I know this was 3 years ago, but Jeffree has yet to take this photo off of his Instagram page.
When someone else tries to take someone else down or their career and it doesn't work, you can't just take a few more down with you.
Jeffree is referring to himself, admitting that he tried to take down James's career and that even though it didn't work, he's not going to expose people like Tati had suggested he would in her video. What's interesting about this is he admits to trying to ruin James, but just a few months ago, told Keemstar the exact opposite.
He messaged one of my close friends and basically said that he unfollowed that guy because my friend follows me and Shane who tried to ruin his life. Tati did that. We didn't.
You all did, Jeffree. You seem to have this pattern of throwing people under the bus and then creating fake apologies when people notice you're lying and then proceeding to repeat the behavior you initially apologized for. The best apology you could give is change behavior. And so far, you've shown that you're still the fucking same. So truthfully, until we see changed behavior, people will continue to doubt your authenticity and distrust you, Jeffree. And he finishes strong with a fucking advertisement.
What is next? You guys know, Jeffree Star Cosmetics will never be slowing down, and I'm so excited for everything that is coming for the rest of 2020. What's coming next is one of my most exciting projects ever, and I can't wait. August is going to be very exciting.
It seems that this is all just a PR move for Jeffree to advertise his new collection that is literally coming out next month. So he knew that he couldn't not address this situation because it might affect his sales. How do you advertise your new collection at the end of an apology video if any of it was actually genuine?
Oh my god.